Ooh, it's been a minute since I've done anything about the TMC. So today I want to talk about two barrel systems. I'm going to start with the first one. And what is the benefit and what is the detriment and what are the myths? So let's start with the first one. This is the Tech iFit. And I bought two inserts, a 682 and a 679. So let me explain something. Let's start with the pros of this system. Number one, this is just a 98 custom adapter, but it also has a 98 custom thread. So you take your barrel that comes with your TMC and you just screw it on there along with inserting one of these inserts. So if I'm at a field and 682, 679 is too small, but 682 is perfect, drop in my iFit and screw this on, goes into the TMC, and it's not really much of a change. You know, you don't have to buy an adapter to get it to fit or anything else. Originally, I ran a flask barrel, and those dried up. So I was looking for another system that would shrink my barrel size down and gave me more options. So I invested in the Tech system, and it's not bad. So let me dispel a myth before we go any further. Any barrel system like this, does not guarantee you're going to shoot farther. Okay? Velocity and the tightness of the barrel is going to produce more accuracy, not as much you're going to be shooting ropes. You're going to, every shot's going to go 300 yards, not going to happen. You're going to have tighter groupings, absolutely. But you're not going to see a drastic increase in paintball velocity. So that's a different thing. So dispel that right away. You're not going to, make a 300-yard shot or a 300-foot shot, in one pull, one shot, one pull. First strike, you got me there. You might be able to do it. But this, no. So this just gives you tighter groupings. That's about it. And it comes in handy if you're in a scenario where you need to, pull the trigger multiple times. It comes in handy. But anyway, that's the myth. So pros of the system, I'm going to say definitely ease of adjustment. In the past, we'd have to buy custom barrels that were already pre-bored out to a certain width. So with this system, it gives you the option to switch out depending. All right. So I'm going to go with that. And cons, these are very thin metal pieces. I have dropped them on accident. They can, that's another thing is switching out the insert. When you at the field and you trying to do this at a field and you drop this, can be, it can happen. Accidents happen. So it's what it is. But it is pretty easy to transport. Just drop, screw your barrel back on and, when you get to the field, you set your rate. Next system I'm going to go into are the hammerhead fins. So here's a 681 and a 679. So let me preface this by saying I had an autococker barrel sitting around, so I just bought the fins that fit the autococker thread. All right. They do make this fin 98 custom compatible, so you don't have to use an autococker barrel, but if you choose to, that's a different story. So I just had to throw that out there. But they do manufacture these where it fits a 98 barrel already. But so similar setup. It's an addition to your barrel. It's preset. Now, again, am I seeing insane distances on my paintballs? No. Am I seeing tighter groupings on my shots? Yes. So this system, just like the Tech system, just a barrel addition, but it makes it gives you better accuracy, so to speak. Now, let's get to meat and potatoes here. So which system between the two is good, better, best? Honestly, I'm going to say only reason I would say these are a better investment is a cost, would be the cost. So with the tech system, you have to buy this piece. And I believe this piece was $30 when I bought it. And each one of these inserts is $19.95 plus shipping. Okay. This is an individual piece that just comes, it's one piece, comes preset, ready to screw right onto the back of the barrel. You can rip this out of the mail package and screw it right onto your barrel and be ready to roll. Okay. If I bought just this piece, it would be ineffective. And matter of fact, when there is no insert here, you now have just an empty space. So you're going to have escaping air if you just slap this on and did that, which I highly do not recommend. But still, this is a system that's ready to go. You just screw it into your barrel and it's ready to go. You know, this one, you got to buy inserts. And so from a cost measure, these and this are about a $70 investment. Between the two of these and the barrel I already had sitting around, this is a $50 investment. Okay. So just from a cost perspective, they both do the same thing. But from a cost point of view, these are going to win out. You can just use your existing barrel, or if you want to get a specialty barrel, you can, and it won't compromise anything. All right. That's what I got today, but these are good systems for the TMC that don't require you to do any cutting, milling, or keep, continually buying parts. But let me know your thoughts. Comment below. Have a great day.